Alright, today I'm going to show you fucking mutts. Probably one of the biggest changes to death walls and turret towers and anything to defend your base. Probably since heavy turrets and the 100 turret cap was added to the game. And that, of course, is these Tesla coils. If you're not using at least one of these Tesla coils on your base, on your turret towers, or on your death wall, your turret tower or death wall is infinitely worse than someone who is using them. I'm going to show you what you should have. There's 3 settings to them. Make sure you place them on the walls. Don't place them on the floor like a fucking immigrant, because this is not a good idea. Do not place them like this. Place them on the wall. They're harder to get to, harder to destroy. They're better on the walls, trust me. The first one, the type of attack, is charged. What this will do is it'll like give a flame effect, you know, like a flamethrower. It'll do base damage, so armor won't reduce it or anything. If you get hit by this, it'll give you like a flamed effect. I think it's called electricity effect, and it does damage over time. It gives you an effect for about 5 seconds, and it will do, let's say, 100 damage each tick. So make sure, the first setting, make sure you have it on players only. This will not do anything against your tames, because it'll do 100 damage each time against your stego with 200,000 HP. It's not worth it. Make sure you have this on survivors only, so that it hits them off their tames and just absolutely destroys the shit out of the player. Make sure you don't have it on tames. The next one is going to be, let's see what it's called. The next one is Bright. This one is very good if your death walls are getting rammed by terror birds or PTs or something like that. Bright will stun anything. Anything in the game, it will stun it, which means it can't move. It will become stuck for, I think, 2 seconds. If someone's running into your base with a terror bird, something like that, they'll get stunned for 2 seconds and they will get absolutely obliterated because they're stunned, they can't move. It does nothing. The settings you're going to want this on are survivors and mounted creatures. Don't put them on tames, because if they throw in carbos or something to try and soak you, it won't do anything. So put it on survivors or mounted creatures. So if they run into your base on foot, they get stunned on foot. If they run into your base on a terror bird to try and blow your wall, they'll get stunned on the terror bird. And if they run into your base on a stego, they'll get stunned on the stego. Make sure you have it on mounted creatures and survivors. That's the best setting for the brightness. The final one is by far the most OP. This one is Volatile. A couple of years ago, they changed the turret cap to 100. So that means you can only have 100 turrets in a certain amount of area. You used to be able to have unlimited. So what this does is each time it hits your tame or you, it increases the amount of damage you or your tame takes. This also does a chain effect. So if there's 4 stegos here, if it hits one of the stegos, it will chain to all 4 of them and hit all 4 stegos at the same time and do the increased damage. This caps out at 2.5x damage that your tames and you will take. I don't know if you guys realize how much 2.5x damage can take, but let me give you a good example on how much of a difference that is. If another base on your server has 100 turrets and no Tesla coils, they'll do the damage of 100 turrets. If you have a base with 100 turrets and just 1 Tesla coil on Volatile, that's the same as having 250 turrets. Do you guys understand what that means? The turret cap used to be 100 with 1 single Tesla coil, which is the price of half a heavy. If you put it on Volatile, it's the same as having 250 turrets. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. I don't know what this means for anything, because everything is just going to get absolutely shredded. 250 turrets will absolutely destroy everything in the game. If you can only afford one of these for whatever reason, have it on Volatile. The best set would be all 3 on the exact things I told you. This one you're going to want on survivors and tame creatures, so what it starts on after you place it. You don't need to change this at all, because this will one, it'll chain react to everything. Two, if they do send in carbos or something, it'll chain react to all the carbos, and the carbos will get destroyed because it's the same as taking 250 turrets of damage. Plus, you don't even have to pay for the other 150 turrets. Like, you don't have to craft 150 extra turrets to get the 250 turret limit. You need one singular Tesla coil, and it will give you 150 turrets for free that you don't even need to place to have line of sight or anything. This is the most OP thing in the game. Have one of these on only survivors or tame creatures. Have one of these on survivors and mounted creatures. This is the stun one. This is called Bright. The most OP one is Volatile. If you can only afford one, only have Volatile, but it's good to have all three of them. And the final one is Charged. Make sure this is on survivors only. The ammo this thing uses is Crystal, which is even more OP. All you need to do is farm some fucking Crystal, and you've got the best feature in the game ever. These things are way too overpowered. I don't know why they added these things, but I don't know. You guys better use them because they are extremely OP. A couple of you guys in the comments were asking for an OP rat hole on Aberration. I have one that I use personally. I've been waiting for someone else to expose it first, and then I'll expose it because it's already been exposed, but I don't want to expose it myself. But if this video hits 20 million likes, then I'll expose it myself. So don't worry, guys, I've got you. All you need to do is like the video 20 million times. Or if someone else exposes it, I'll make a video on it, and I'll make you a build for it too. But if there's any other spots on any map, doesn't have to be Aberration, I will make you a base design for that. Definitely using these Tesla coils now. Any other base design that I've made, make sure you incorporate Tesla coils into it because these things are insane. I'm going to have a video on stegos soon because nobody seems to use the stegos how they should be used. People are using them for like soaking, which is some beta activity. I don't know if you guys know about the feature, but I'm going to make a video on it just so you guys, I'll put you guys on, don't even worry about it. Stego is one of the best defense creatures ever put in the game. I've been using them for years, and I've never seen anyone else put one on their wall. But I've got a video coming up on Stegos and how to use them for defense. But that's about it. And as always, fuck wildcard.